That if we create blues, rock, hip hop, dominate sports, but don't own and influence society to stop police brutality, we don't have shit in all our work.
Well, you can't build an empire in the master's house, bro. It's like impossible. Niggas don't get that. Niggas want to be included, and niggas want to be shown on master's TV. Oh wow, I get to see myself on master's TV more. That's representation. Let's stop. Fuck out of here, niggas. Like, black people have been completely confused on what it is they're looking for. Like, it used to be he was doing nationalism, and then they hit niggas with civil rights. You know, niggas are they're so invested in being integrated into white supremacy, which is futile. It's so ridiculous, bro. It's so ridiculous. But I mean, like I said, we become something we never been before. You know, just like you said too. So I don't know where it's gonna go.
What is that?
Right now, niggas can't do what we used to do.
It's like voting, right? Like, yeah, you gotta choose between the lesser two evils, or you could just choose not to choose evil.
And see, people don't really know how to not participate. That's the problem. You know, it's like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. You know, she never left Kansas, but the whole thing she doing is participating in the shit, but she don't know how to not participate no more. That's part of her problem. She don't know how she continuing to agree to the shit she says she don't want.
I wish I was home. I wish I was home. I wish I was home.
Don't know how to stop doing the thing you say you don't want to do. Especially if it's some shit that ain't gonna tickle and be filled with butterflies and make you feel like a spiritually ascended master. Now, no nobody want to do that. Don't nobody want to do the shit that's just animalistic and dirty. You know, people wanted to have that nice spiritual tinge to it, so it feel like you're ethereal and you're floating. Like, nah, sometimes life is you do shit, and it's not because love and floating butterflies. It's because, you know, you're trying to build something. You got a duty to some shit. Like, motherfuckers, there used to be motherfuckers who, when their father died, no matter where they were in the world, they had to go to bury their father. That was their duty in their culture. Like how you do not let your father just die. You don't be there to bury him. Or like you have a son, or you have a daughter. You have a son, right? And you before your son comes back for manhood rights, have him a little place to stay. So he ain't got to worry about that. He got fresh ground to start on, because we want to set him up for success.
Right.
Like, that was the whole point of the cultures and religions. It wasn't to oppress people. It was to set you up for success with the best they could offer in the face of chaos. In the face of the fact that you can never tell what's going to come. You can never, just like you're saying, the strings of fate, you can never predict it. But the best that community could do in the face of all that chaos was set them up for success. And that's putting them together in a way in which they're compatible. And yes, it goes against the shit that they come with from the jungle, but that's the point. You're not living in the jungle. We building something more than that.
We build it in the jungle, nigga. What you mean we're not in the jungle? We in the jungle. It's because
you thought the trees was tall. Wait till I get to making this temple.
Like we ain't still in the jungle. We in the jungle. The stones, we made the stones look pretty, but nigga, it's the jungle, nigga. Rules of the jungle still apply.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That, like, niggas get to forget that the rules of the jungle exist. That's what civilization means. You get to be comfortable enough to forget that the rules of the jungle apply. And you can go out there and just be surprised. Oh my God, they killed someone? Why would you ever do that? That's crazy.
It means it doesn't go anywhere.
I know it doesn't go anywhere. I'm not saying it goes somewhere. What I'm saying is, when you build civilization, it's an oasis. It's a respite from the unrelenting onslaught of chaos. See, think about it like this: building a nest for a baby, right? Birds do it. Women do it for their children. You build a nest for a baby, not because it can withstand chaos, but because it's an oasis from it. It gives you a little bit. It's not going to undo chaos in the world. That's not what a nest does, but it gives you the feeling that it does that. That's what civilization does. It gives you enough comfort to where you can stop and start to think and not just survive. See, people like to break things down all the way to survival. No, survival isn't thriving. We had been thriving for hundreds of thousands of years, not just surviving. People want to settle for survival, and that's bullshit. You're trying to tell yourself you're comfortable in an uncomfortable position because it's the thing to do now. Like, fuck that shit. We used to thrive. Now we sitting here so drunk on surviving, we don't know nothing different, so we think that's all it is. No, we used to thrive. No, everybody didn't do everything they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do. But we thrived. We didn't just submit to the order that chaos laid down. Yes, chaos has built some wonderful foundation, like the great mother Tiamat. She's destroyed for the creation and the future growth of her children. You know, it's the old has to go away. The old has to die. I'm not gonna say the old isn't gonna die some way, but we reject the things we used to do as if they're oppressive. And it's not that they were oppressive. It was a method. It was a method to take what we are. We've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. Take what we are and make it work, make it compatible. It's not just, of course the jungle never goes away. Of course chaos never goes away. I would never suggest that. Fuck how fast light is. No matter how fast light is, not only is darkness already there, it's been waiting. You don't get rid of the darkness. You don't get rid of chaos. I won't suggest that you do. But civilization gives you a nest. And I'll be damned if a kid don't need a nest for proper development, and I'll be damned if a woman don't feel inclined to make a nest for a kid. It's natural to want to make that nest, and it has a necessity. But it's beyond just chaos. It's beyond just whatever happens. I know anything can happen, but I'm going to try to make this happen. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying there's more on it. That's it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying bitches ain't shit. Even though I probably agree with that shit sometimes. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a method to the madness. We've been doing it for forever. And like you say, it has a natural roots. It's in the animalistic shit, bruh. It's in there. We have natural roots in this stuff. And it can't be as complicated as we've made it to be.